Hello, it is me, Devin, aka DC Pierce, one of the founding members of the Rhythm and Reason podcast. And we're glad that you decided to tune in today. We have a special episode planned for you, like we do always every week. And we hope you enjoy it like you enjoy all the other ones. And if you haven't seen our latest episodes, make sure to check them out before you check out this one. But that's all I got to say, and enjoy the show.
welcome to yet. Oh, Hello, everyone, and welcome to yet another installment of Rhythm and Reason. I'm your host, Dwayne Evans, and I'm joined here with my three brothers, Jamarcus, Devin, and RJ.
Hello, how you doing?
It's always nice to see you all today here, and it's always nice to be on the Rhythm and Reason podcast once more. Um, I'm so glad to have made it to another month. We're in May, and it's the first episode of this month, May. Uh, it's also the beginning of spring. It's getting ready. The season is changing. No more winter, and so we're going into a new rather new season rather. And so I'm looking forward to that. I'd say, and I'm looking forward to just being able to exist in a different season rather than existing in the other seasons. But without further ado, let's continue on to what we're going to do for today's scheduled program. So we have, after these messages, the next voice you'll hear is Devin with Field of Vision. You'll hear Devin again with the announcements, but we all contribute to the announcements. Then you'll hear um, what the song of the day is again with Brother Devin. Then you'll have we're having a selection by our brother from the uh, recent rendition. We'll let when time come, we'll let Devin introduce who that would be, and then we'll have our poem with Josh, and then we'll have my observations. So I'm looking forward to this episode. Are y'all looking forward to it, brothers?
I am ready for it. Let's do it.
Yes, indeed.
All right, man. I'm going to turn it into the hands of Devin. Devin, your field of vision.
All right. Welcome back. Good to see you again. We're back with the Rhythm and Reason podcast, the one and only. And of course, like Dwayne said, we're accompanied here on this humble Saturday of the 3rd of May. We've got the month of May, as the Temptations would say. So let's get into it. So the first question up is, what group had the biggest fall off after certain members left? It could be a lead singer or just other members. Jamarcus, you got one?
Man, I gotta think about that. I've got to think about that.
That's a great question you just asked, Dev.
Okay, RJ, do you got one?
A group that fell off after a lead member left. Hmm. I'd have to say, hmm, that's hard. Well, yeah, I gotta think about that. Wait a minute.
Mm.
Aerosmith, they did have a fall off in the late '70s, going into early '80s, when their lead guitarist left, and that fall off was some crazy. Steven, the lead singer, got addicted to drugs for some years. It was
Oh,
bad.
okay. I got one. It's gonna be 80s UK pop. There's this 80s UK pop group called Kaja Gugu. They had this song called Too Shy. Their lead singer left the group, which they fall off, even though they had that one hit Too Shy, which I really love. The bass line on it is so epic and so cool. And at the same time, the lead singer Lamage, am I saying it correctly? He had a hit song called Never Ending Story, which is also good. But he was also on One Hit Wonder too. But yeah, Kajagoogoo fell off.
Do you know any groups that like fell off after like a lead member left? I can't think of any.
Dwayne, you got one?
I probably say the Supremes when Diana Ross left. You know that to me, that kind of
No.
I don't
No,
agree with that.
no,
we
I don't
no.
don't
agree
agree
with
with
that.
that, but that's what I think. When Diana Ross left, I mean they did make a few good hits, but they wasn't popping them out like when Diana was in the group. I mean they had Babe, Where Did I Love Go? They had I Hear a Symphony. All those songs, you probably can name a lot more songs with Diana in the group that was hits. You could feel whatever you want to feel about Diana, but that's the truth.
You
And
ain't
maybe
wrong.
it's because she probably was doing some stuff because she was with Barry, so
Of
making
course,
that
of
she
course.
probably was making that a reason. But I mean that's the truth. When she left that group, the Supremes was okay, but they were not floating like they was when Diana was with the group.
I don't know. I don't know about that one, guy. I don't know about that one.
I don't
That's a
Yeah,
definitely.
name at least. Oh, I'm not gonna try to take over your song. I mean your segment, so I'll be quiet.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. Ask it.
No, I'll
I
be
like the
quiet.
debate here.
I don't want to
Stone
debate.
Love. Stone Love.
exactly.
Stone
I was
Love
thinking of
and
that.
Bad
Up the
Weather,
ladder to the roof. Up the ladder to the
Bad
roof.
Mm,
Weather,
Bad
Floyd
weather.
Joy.
Floyd Joy. Automatically Sunshine.
what that one song? She's my man. No, he's my man.
That one too.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
See, Jamarcus knows.
Oh yeah. Okay, the Commodores. When Lionel Richie left the Commodores, I
Yes.
know, I
Yeah.
know,
I was
I know.
thinking that one.
I
They
wasn't thinking
came
about that
back
one either.
with the night shift, which that lead singer from who replaced Johnny Wilder, the guy from London,
But but
Yeah.
but
he Steve sung the
but
night shift song. So
Yeah,
but
after night shift, it was over.
yeah,
not to
pretty much.
not to get into
Pretty much.
I didn't get a chance to respond. And my response is yes. You said up to ladder to the roof. You said Stone Love, and what's the other one you said?
Floyd
Floyd
Joy.
Joy.
Floyd Joy. But you're not.
Automatically Sunshine.
But what about Baby Love? What about Come See About
Overplayed.
Me? What
Overplayed.
about
Play.
someday? What about Someday We'll Be Together? People still sing that song.
You
Okay,
can't
that
hurt me
that
though.
was good. That
What
was
about
good,
what
but
about Can't Hurry Love? Come on.
Overplayed.
Just
Over.
have to well, no, but my point is that's not the point is that not that
And
is
we know that
overplayed. The point is not that it's overplayed, Jamarcus. That's not the point I was making. The question was what group had the biggest fall off after certain members left? And so I said Diana Ross simply because you know more of the songs when Diana was in a group before not hold up RJ got kicked. But anyway, you know more songs when Diana was in a group versus she was out the group. And y'all did name some good songs, but if I would ask somebody just name a Diana Supreme song, if they know the Supreme, or maybe if they kind of heard the Supremes, they probably would name "Baby Love,"
yeah.
"Baby." So that was when Diana was in the group. So I'm sorry, that's my opinion.
Okay, I would have to say the Silvers. When Leon Silvers left to do songwriting for
yeah,
the
the quality did
for
decline.
solo records, they fell off. They felt
The
they could have
quality did
they
decline.
could have kept Leon, because imagine the Silver singing "A Night to Remember" by Shalimar. Well, basically all Shalimar songs. Maybe, maybe not. Even the
I
same.
don't think I can imagine them singing those songs.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
They probably could pull them off. The Silvers don't have that far of a range from the from Shalimar.
I don't know. I Harold
Watch
Melvin and the Blue
Silvers.
Notes. Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. After Teddy dipped, that fall off was bad, dude. They did a whole album with Sharon Page and it did nothing. Did literally nothing.
You talking about when they sing? I hope that we.
No, not that one. That was when Teddy was still there. They did another album after Teddy left called the Blue Album. Not good.
What was the best songs on there? Because I think it was they had to come out with one hit out of this album.
They didn't. I'll look at it right now.
Because I know.
But yeah, definitely Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. Not good. Not good.
Okay, Heat Wave. When Johnny Wilder left.
When Johnny, yeah,
Everything just
everything went down. Yeah,
basically some of the members like Rod Temperton left also. It just went downhill.
I agree with that.
Not to mention the album sales of like Harold Melvin and the Blue Notes. They also went down because they went from #1 albums, certified gold and platinum, like To Be True and Wake Up Everybody, Black and Blue, I Miss You, number 5 and 4. They went all the way down and just couldn't find their way back up. They made one song that was like at the charts from Reaching for the World. That song. That's the first song / album they did with Alto Pendergrass, and they went to #6. But they still weren't ranking in the hits like they were when Teddy was there, because they had like a lot of #1s when Teddy was there. I'm looking at it right now. They had so many #1s when Teddy was there. Wake Up Everybody, I Miss You, The Love I Lost, You Don't Know Me By Now, I Hope That We Can Be Together Soon, all with Teddy on them, and Harold for Hope That We Can Be Together Soon. And all just hits. But like when he was out, it wasn't doing it no more. It just wasn't doing it no more. And also LTD. They definitely fell off after Jeffrey left. The quality declined most definitely.
I did not think about them either.
Of course. Okay, here's a controversial one. The Impressions. When Curtis Mayfield left. But I have to say the 1974 to 75 lineup of The Impressions was good. I have to say, that's my opinion. They were as good. The one with Fred Cash, Sam Gooden. What was the two other guys? The two other new guys.
Fred Cash.
No.
Fred Cash wasn't new, but he was.
No. I mean, he wasn't new. I already said Fred Cash, Sam Gooden, but the two other.
I know what you're talking about.
The two new other guys.
But
Ooh,
I just don't know their names.
The Impressions, they made a couple songs that I did.
The other guy's name was Ralph Johnson.
The Impressions did make a couple songs that I like Finally Got Myself Together. Now
that was a good one.
Finally Got Myself Together, and
go ahead, RJ.
if it's into to Do You Wrong. If it's into Do You Wrong, am I saying it correctly?
I think.
I don't know if I know that.
I don't know.
It's a good song. Look it up.
The Temptations when Ollie Woodson left the second time.
Yeah. Oh God. No.
Their albums after Ollie were just not good.
Yeah, like the stuff after like Phoenix Rising, because that album wasn't really good. And the songs like Stay and them. Those songs did good.
Remix to Get Ready.
But after that, after Phoenix Rising, the quality got so bad because they kept trying to fit in with new music and a new generation of people. Y'all don't gotta do that.
I'm not gonna lie, Dev. Your mic going in and out. I'm not gonna lie. I can't hear you. It could just be me though.
But yeah, like, come on, bro. Y'all are the Temptations. Y'all don't gotta fit in with the young people. Y'all gotta fit in with new music because it didn't do good. It didn't do good. The album sales. Some of the members aren't good. You know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. That's not good. I had another group.
Their lineup was just all over the place. Not even after Ollie left. When Melvin and Ollie left, it was over with. That just
Yeah, after like
I can never forgive
95,
them for that god awful remix, bro. I
after
can never
95, it
forgive them for
got
that god
only
awful
bad
remix.
because Melvin died, Ali left because he had health issues, and then their new Tim bass singer, the fill-in Ray Davis, he freaking got like I think the same thing to Ali. I think he had throat cancer too, and then Richard Street quit a couple years prior, so the whole '90s decade just weren't good for them. So that horrible get ready. So
Yeah,
why'd y'all make Ron Tyson do this? He didn't deserve this. He doesn't deserve this. I had another group in mind, but who was it?
just
Earth,
made
Wind, and
Ron
Fire.
sit there for years and suffer. Oh, sorry, Ron.
Earth, Wind, and Fire. Like after a while, like
All right.
after certain years in the '80s, it just wasn't clicking no more. Like it wasn't all that like how they had in the '70s. When they had the '70s, they was taking over. But after a while, like after like what year? Like '83 or '4? Nah, the quality definitely went down. The quality definitely went down. Earth, Wind, and Fire. The Drifters too. After like 1976, the quality went down, and then it didn't help that there was already other groups of the Drifters. So, but that's a whole nother thing. All right, next question. What is a group or single artist that should have stopped making albums? Like after they made a banger album and they kept making other ones that weren't good. After that banger album, they should have stopped. I got a freaking list of people, but I'm gonna let y'all go first.
Blue
Jamar,
Magic.
you go first.
Blue Magic. Blue Magic, because I think what by their second or
A
third,
group of artists. Oh, I know exactly what I'm gonna say.
I think about their second or third album, they just, well, maybe fourth, they just, well, I just thought of it I just thought of it
I agree with you.
top of my head, you know.
For me, it's the group called System. It was a group that was produced by Devontae Swing in the '90s. And if y'all don't know that album, my God, go listen to that album. It is a great album, man. Everybody deserves to hear System at least one time in their lives. Go listen to that album.
Dwayne, you got one?
Shout out to them.
I know. To me, I'd say the Delphonics.
Yeah.
And well, I'd say the Delphonics at least in the '80s and '90s because I know William was trying to he was making a lot of music not only because he loved to make music, but he was making it because he knew that he had to stay relevant. But it was kind of hurting him more than it was helping him, in my opinion. But I think he should have just stopped, took a break, and tried to focus on getting the group back together. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because I think getting him and Randy and Randy and Wilbur together to make one last album, like at the end of the night, they could have probably pulled that because Tom was still alive too. They probably could have pulled that off if they would. He could have focused, like, just made his whole mission on not making no more music, just reuniting the group to figure out how we can get this back together. You know, but it's all right. I think he did produce some good stuff, like when he went with Adrian Young. I think they did some good stuff in there, but I think he should have gave it a rest. In my opinion. But that's my opinion. So
I'm gonna start changing now.
Got a list of people.
Okay, okay.
Freaking Curtis Mayfield. After 1979, them '80s and '90s, well, a couple
I
of the '90s albums before New World Order, those albums were garbage. Like they were not hitting. Like you could ask Anthony,
What?
or as Jamarcus knows him as Silver's Tribe, you could ask him. He said the same thing because those albums suck. That Take It to the Streets was garbage. He should have just left it in the street. That was awful. It didn't need to be done. And
You was
Bobby
gonna do
Womack.
Curtis like that?
Yes, them albums are
And
terrible.
Curtis is being done exactly like that.
Them albums are terrible. Who knows anything from '80s and early '90s Curtis Mayfield? We only listen to his '70s, his peak work.
70s, 60s, the Impressions era.
Yes, the Impressions era. We only listen to '60s and '70s Curtis. '80s and '90s Curtis, terrible. But that New World Order album, the last one he did for you, unfortunately passed. That one was good. But the album beforehand, terrible. Same thing with Bobby Womack. After Poet 2, he should have just stopped.
He should have gave it up.
He should have just had "I Wish You Didn't Trust Me So Much" as a single, because the song, it has a terrible meaning behind it. He's a terrible friend for this, but the
Terrible
song
friend.
is a hit. The song is catchy. Like, we can't deny it.
Undeniable hit though.
Yeah, undeniable hit. He should have just put it as a single and not a whole album, because the album So Many Rivers, horrible. Albums afterwards, terrible. Living in a Box, they're all terrible. Save the Children, terrible. They're all bad. They're all bad, dude. The Temptation, we was just talking about them. After their success with the Phoenix Rising album, they should have just stopped making albums, because those 2000 ones, I don't know who those guys are, but I don't want to call them the Temptation. It was that bad. Because they went from being so peak to 60s, 70s, kind of 80s with hits, and a little bit of 90s with hits. But then afterwards, the quality just down spiraled badly, and it just never got back up again. So, yeah, those couple people, and there's actually a couple more, but I got to think of them.
Okay, Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie, after he left the Commodores, and he ruled the 80s. By the 90s,
he kind of fell off.
Yeah, he fell off big time. And even in the 2000s, I don't know why he kept on still making like music in general. So
I'm not gonna lie. After his first album, he should have.
Hey, that was my mistake. Sorry.
You're good.
Ray Charles. After a while, I don't know the rest of his work that he did. Like, his songs after like the 50s, 60s, and kind of the 70s, I don't know any of his 80s and 90s songs. I didn't even know that he did stuff like that. I just thought he was singing his old ones.
I thought I didn't even know he dropped music back then.
I didn't even know he dropped music in the 80s and 90s.
Bro, he had 62 albums. He had 62 albums. He definitely did. And from how it looks,
Yo, Wayne, Terrence is here.
They look memorable. Okay. They don't look memorable. Like, I'm looking at them right now. Half of them didn't chart, and half of them charted below the 60s. Like, they're not good. They're just not good.
Okay.
Then, oh my God. Who else? Diana Ross. Like, after a while, the quality was declining. Like, after a certain period in the 80s, like 84 or 5, the quality went down. It went down most definitely. Same thing with the Shaw Lights. After 1975,
just about to say that.
Memorable.
Yes.
They're not that memorable.
After Eugene Record left?
After they dropped that Half a Love album,
which was good. It was a masterpiece, really.
Down. Never got back up. Just down.
76, 77, 78, 79, and Terrence said, no, even before Eugene. What are you... Man, get out of here.
I need him to explain.
There he is.
Terrence is here.
There's Terrence.
Terrence, please explain what you meant by that.
Even before Eugene left? What are you talking about, Terrence?
Bro, they was already going downhill. That's why he left in the first place. They was already falling off, so he wanted to go solo.
No. Around what era? Wait, around what era?
What year?
Yeah,
what y'all talking about? What era? What year? I just told y'all when he went solo the first time. He went solo because they were already going. They was already falling off. Although they did.
No,
was it 1972, 73, 74?
Bro, when they got sued for the taxes.
Oh, Blunt Trick Records. Okay.
What year was that?
I don't remember. I just remember after they got sued, Eugene left.
It was around 73 to 74.
Okay. All right. Well.
Although they had a few little hits in the 80s, but
I don't know any of those songs. I don't know.
Early 80s, they did a remake of Have You Seen Her? And the old girl, Hot on the Thing on Soul Train.
Yeah, Hot on the Thing. That was a good song.
That was a good song.
That charted. It was another one that charted. That whole album, they came back, but demons,
Levert. After a while, the quality declined. Like after they dropped For Real though, because
Levert had
one album is awful.
Levert had one bad album.
Yeah, it's just one. I mean, they knew to stop, but like
I ain't gonna lie, even they didn't like that album.
Even they didn't like it. Like neither of the three of them liked it. So should have left it at that one. But
All right, when you say should have stopped, like because they was falling off or because the music just sucked?
Both. but mainly the second one.
Damn.
Hmm.
I'm pretty sure y'all already said Bobby Womack.
Yeah.
Yes.
I know for a fact you already said Curtis Mayfield.
Yes.
Yeah.
Holy fall offs.
But
Holy fall
you know what? I don't. That Curtis Mayfield. I'm sorry. You could say it was a fall off, but can you also put into the fact that he was kind of sick, getting sick and stuff?
What album?
Yes, I agree with Dwayne.
He was
What
getting
album?
sick in
What
the
album?
80s. Didn't he like have a fall or something?
He got hit by
That
some.
was in like
He
the.
got,
We talking
Yeah,
about
that
the.
was the 90s. That was the 90s.
We talking about them 80s albums. Those are terrible.
okay.
I ain't talking about the New World Order album. That was the last one he made before he died. I said that one was good. The others
Okay.
beforehand weren't that good.
Okay.
But the 80s ones are the worst ones.
It was almost as bad as the OJs get on the Apollo and started breakdancing like they were 14.
What?
Oh my God.
Yes,
I
the
never
OJ.
saw
Thank
that.
you.
Bro, they
Thank
started
you,
hitting
Terrence.
they started hitting the running man. They started
matter of
hitting the
fact-
running man.
That one album, matter of fact, they had a 145 album. I gave it away. It was so bad. It was an album where it was like they were singing, it was somebody rapping on it. It was a 45. I
Oh
gave
my
that
God.
away. I should have kept it, but I gave it
Yes,
away.
the freaking OJs. Thank you, Terrence. After the Heartbreaker album, when they had Nathaniel Best, not that good. Not that good, dude. Them albums were not that good. They weren't the worst out of all those other people we named, but they weren't as good. Like, it wasn't as good.
Okay, Josh is gonna get angry at me, but the main ingredient. After
No,
he-
he's not.
No, he's not.
He
No, he's
agreed.
not.
He agreed. Like after 1975, they became trash. He even agreed. He even agreed.
Yeah.
You ain't got nothing to worry about. He said, "Don't listen to them after a certain album." I forgot which one, but he said after that, don't listen to them no more because they're freaking bad. That's another one I forgot the name. Gosh. All right, the last question. What singer or like group like really deserves a biopic? Like it's been too long and they need one.
Silvers. The Silvers.
The Silvers, yeah.
The Silvers.
Jodeci, Boys to Men.
Boys to Men get one already.
But yeah, they're getting one. Rick James needs one.
The Impressions. They need a
Yeah,
Rick
biopic.
James is gonna be rated R.
The
Like,
Impressions do
he's
need-
done too many
Rick
crazy
James.
things.
Oh, wow.
He's done too many crazy things for it to be
It's gonna be some
PG-13.
crazy
Of course.
things
Oh,
in
of
that
course.
movie.
Rick James did.
That's what's gonna make it entertaining. That's
Rick
why we need a
James
Rick
did
James
some
movie.
crazy.
Prince Rogers Nelson.
Prince do
Yes.
need-
Yes.
Yeah,
High
Prince
five.
does need one.
High five.
You know who
That mother
don't
be
need
full
another
trap.
You can
documentary?
say technically Prince has one with Purple Rain.
Really?
That's technically
No.
that's a biopic. That was his life, kind of.
I won't
He
really
just
count
played
it.
himself. He just
But
played himself.
here's the thing: they didn't even they didn't call him by his name Prince. They called the character of which Prince played was Kid.
Yeah, that's why I wouldn't really count that one. I used to count that one, but I didn't really count that one. Cause like it was too early in his career to make a biopic. Like you gotta wait years later to like make one.
You know who
I'm
don't
glad-
need a
I'm
bio?
glad he
You,
was
do, you know who
able to
don't
play
need another biopic?
'Cause-
Michael
'cause-
Jackson.
Yeah, I'm kind of
Stop
sick
it.
of Michael having all these
Please
biopics.
stop it.
Yeah.
Y'all, we get
Especially that one with Flex. That was just I don't know
Who
what
Flex?
We don't talk about
Flex,
that one.
I
We don't
got
talk
a-
about
I
that
got
one.
a
We don't talk
serious
about that
question
one.
for
We
you.
don't
I
talk
don't
about
know
that
what
one.
he
That
was
one's
thinking.
forbidden. We don't talk about that one. We don't talk about that one. Now.
Flex, I got a serious question for you, bro.
Oh.
And who
What
thought? And
possessed
I,
you
oh,
to look at that script and say, "Yeah, this is a good idea"?
Yeah, let's
who
let
thought that,
Andrew-
who thought
let's
that,
walk
that
him.
one guy from All Eyes, not All Eyes, because I was watching Straight Outta Compton. Last
That
night.
one's good. I like that.
I like
But
Straight
the
Outta
guy-
Compton.
But the guy who plays Snoop Dogg in Straight Outta Compton did not look like Snoop Dogg. I'm
I think
sorry.
originally Nipsey Hussle was supposed to play him, but
Okay.
I don't know what happened with that.
But
But
he
that
was
guy
not,
who-
he was like, no offense, big homie. If I play you, then I'ma be you. I gotta be me. That's what he said.
He would
That's
have
exactly how Nipsey talks.
He would have
Rest
did
in peace,
better.
though. But yeah, that's
Rest
exactly
in
how he
peace.
He did a
talks.
better Snoop Dogg though. 'Cause
All
that
eyes
guy
on
they
me.
had, the
That
guy
one was.
they had on Straight Outta Compton played.
I'm not gonna lie.
Snoop Dogg did not
I don't
look
care
like
what nobody say. I enjoyed that movie.
The All Eyes on Me biopic. I didn't like it.
I enjoyed it. If you don't go into it looking for like everything to be factual, it's a good movie.
No. First of all, a biopic not being factual makes it a bad one. But at the same time, with All Eyes on Me, there was like two different versions. There was one version that like the scene was like switched up, so the story didn't make sense, and that's the one most people saw. And then there's the one that I think was it was something like that. But yeah.
But yeah, Michael
I
does
agree.
need to stop getting all these biopics because they all end up terrible. But that new one, the new Michael, just that one that's supposed to be in 2 parts, that one looks actually promising.
I
With
know.
Jermaine
After
Jackson's
this
son,
movie they
Frankie
about to make with his nephew, they need to put all plugs on any other Michael Jackson documentaries.
Yeah,
We
no
don't need
more.
any
Like,
more.
we need to give it
I'm
to
so
people who don't got
tired
one
of
yet.
them. Why do you even need one? Jackson's An American Dream was effing perfect. Like, why would you?
That was the perfect
Yes.
biopsis of their life, bro. We don't need any more else. We don't need anything else.
We know
For the
almost everything in this mug. I mean, granted,
like
we
we
didn't
get
know
new
about Joe
information on
Superstar.
Michael Jackson every day. We don't need another documentary.
I mean, granted, we didn't know about Joe's Secret Child at the time, so maybe they'll talk about that and how he felt about that.
Who knows?
Okay. Sam Cooke, he definitely needs one. Like, it's
Oh,
been
yes.
very overdue.
Yes.
He definitely needs one.
Yeah,
Mary
Sam,
Wells too.
Heck,
he was the
some
first
people
black guy to do a lot of things. The first black man to do a lot of things.
Yeah.
Oh, Sam Cooke? Yeah.
He was the first black man to do a lot of things. And people need to
bro.
know that.
Yeah, some people think Denzel Washington should play Sam Cooke.
No.
He could have if they had made it in the 90s.
Of course.
Which is when they should have.
But Denzel can't sing.
Now,
He
no.
can't sing. Denzel can't sing.
I mean, that don't really matter because think about it.
All you gotta do is lip sync.
Yeah, he can just lip sync. Because look what they did in the New Edition movie. The guy who played Bobby Brown, he can't sing at all. So they just had some guy sing over it. And the same thing with the Temptations.
It wasn't just some guy.
With Dennis Edwards. RJ, we know the guy is popular, okay? I don't know his name. You know who I'm talking about. That's the entire point.
Yeah, hey, Leon, I know you doing your thing right now, bro. But like in the future, mess with Reese rendition, dog. You know what? You know what I mean?
The guy who played Dennis Edwards, that was Louis Price who was doing the singing for him. That guy couldn't sing either. So all you gotta do is just lip sync it. Now Leslie Odom Jr., just have him play Sam Cooke. He already was in the One Night Miami film. Just have him play Sam Cooke. And Marvin Gaye, we know why he doesn't have one, because Berry Gordy just has to of course, always ruin everything and just literally he freaking has to, he doesn't want people using the rights to Marvin Gaye's music.
That one guy that played a cop on NCIS, he was supposed to play him. I think his name was Jesse Williams.
Does Aaliyah have a documentary?
I didn't one, but it was the one that got produced by
the Aaliyah biopic. I heard that one was pretty bad.
It was awful.
Yeah, it was terrible.
It just needed to be burned. It should have
never
been
left.
Especially that biopic for Gerald Levert.
Do it right this time.
Yeah, we need some remakes. There's a couple other ones, like the Bobby DeBarge one. We need a better one. that was the bottom of the barrel.
That was so awful. He did good. Keep the acting. He did good.
Yeah, the actor did fine, but everything else about it
was just awful. It just needed to
throw it away.
It just needed to be burned.
Throw it away. And Frankie Lyman, he needs another one too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I personally wasn't satisfied with Why Do Fools Fall in Love. I think
they need to do a better, not a better, but another Little Richard one.
I personally
I personally think that the one that they have for Little Richard right now is perfect with what's his name?
Acceptable. Perfectly
acceptable. I think that.
But Why Do Fools Fall in Love? Let me explain why I didn't like it. Because it was mostly about his wives, 3 wives. Like, it was barely really about Frankie. Like, it's supposed to be about him. I mean, the wife did play like a part in his life. I get that. But it's about Frankie Lyman, not Frankie Lyman and his wives. So, I mean, that's why I think he needs another one.
Okay, y'all think the Supremes need a biopic?
I already got one with Dreamgirls, which is very good, actually.
Yeah.
Really
good. That's a great movie right there.
Yeah, that was perfectly fine as it is.
I mean, it is kind of a biopic, but like some of the stuff,
it's a loose representation of it.
Like biopic is I would enjoy, because if you know about the Supremes, you know it's a lot of stuff that could be put into.
Now the OJs definitely need a biopic. I don't know who gonna play them.
Yes,
but the OJs need one.
Oh yes.
The OJs need one. The OJs contributed way too much to not have one, and the Ozzy brothers need one too.
I think the Dales need one.
What about the Dramatics?
The Dales, the 5 Heartbeats is loosely based off.
Yeah, that was about to say.
Just like Dreamgirls.
I was about to say the 5 Heartbeats are basically the story of the Dales.
Yeah, it's basically the Dales. It just with a little bit of the Temptations.
And I think the Dales were like the first group or artist to have a biopic.
Just without the homeless.
No. I think La Bamba was first, or one of them.
Who?
La Bamba, the one about Richie Valens.
Oh,
you ain't heard of that one?
I watched that one.
La Bamba. That was like one of the first ones. But like, I'm talking about like a black artist. Black artist to get a biopic. I think the deal is for
Hey,
that.
I love that song from Five Heartbeats. No matter how hard it gets, that's a good one.
It was so random though. Like, why did she just start singing out of nowhere? It was not a musical game. Like, why did you just all of a sudden just start singing a full-fledged song with chords and bridges and all type of stuff
and all that? Like, there's
I
no
thought
need
the whole movie was like a musical.
That's the only scene where they just break out into song like it's a musical, bro. That's the only scene.
That's the only scene in the movie.
And because it's the only scene, it's so weird to me. It's so strange to me.
Do we think the Dramatics could get one?
I already said Dramatics, but it was that it was.
I mean, the Dramatics could get one because they was involved in the Detroit riots.
Exactly.
In the Detroit riots and stuff like that.
Because there was a film called Detroit, and it had
one of the members of the Dramatics was in that movie. They was in that movie because one of their members two of their members had got beat by the police during the riots.
Yeah, and there were a couple of victims that actually freaking died because of that.
Yeah, I think one of their friends who was a teenager had passed away.
Yeah, very unfortunate. I think Earth, Wind, and Fire should get one too. That won't be pretty entertaining.
Earth, Wind, and Fire should be. Who's gonna play Verdine?
Oh,
you see, a lot of these people we named, we haven't covered half of who should play who, except for like Sam Cooke and a couple of them. But I don't know who's gonna play him.
I don't know who's gonna play who with anybody. I said High Five should get a biopic. I don't know who's gonna play them people.
Right. I would say Luther should get one, but that documentary was pretty good. So I think he should be pretty good for a while, unless somebody decides to make one. And there's supposed to be a Nat King Cole one coming out soon. So look forward to that.
Keith Sweat.
Yeah, Keith Sweat.
I mean, he could get one. He's pretty Keith Sweat is a legend. Like he definitely won. I don't really know about life story like that. I don't know if it'll be interesting enough for a biopic for. I don't really know. But maybe. I've heard a few little stories about Keith. So,
what about Teddy Riley and Guy?
Zapp and Roger.
Yeah, they need a biopic too.
Now, Zapp and Roger would be interesting. That one would be interesting.
Zapp and Roger.
I was gonna say.
Hey, Devin, we got a lot of people in the comments saying stuff.
Okay, hold on. But for the Keith biopic, we could talk about how he ripped off those girls. We talk about that.
He could talk about how he ripped off those girls.
Yeah,
and how he made his girlfriend lead singer.
Yeah, she needs a better one.
It was about like 2 biopics about Whitney Houston.
Whitney has like 4 of them.
Yeah, Whitney doesn't need another one. Yeah, I don't think she needs one.
Yeah, they kind of messed them up a lot. I mean, the one that came out like in like 2022 or 3, that one was okay.
That wasn't too bad.
Yeah, that one was okay.
If they come up with one and that's the best one, then just leave it alone.
I'm kind of sick of all the Whitney and Bobby stuff, bro. Just I'm done with it.
Yeah, let it go, dude.
Yeah.
Let it end.
Teddy Pendergrass was supposed to get one with Tyrese Gibson.
I don't know what happened.
It still hasn't happened.
Years and years later.
Yeah. Nothing.
They don't want us. They don't want us to be happy, bro. That's what
Jackie Wilson
definitely needs one.
Jackie Wilson, Jackie needs one.
Yeah, that probably
would be incredibly sad.
Yeah,
but then again, High Fives would be sad too. High Fives would be sad too.
Biopic of straight misery.
Bro, I ain't gonna lie. High Five biopic is gonna be every 5 minutes. It's tragedy. Every 5 minutes, it's just something. Somebody's died. Somebody's.
I think Troop deserves one too. Troop should get one.
Troop should get one.
You gotta think about some of these people. Like, do they have like stories and contributed a good amount of stuff to deserve?
Oh yeah, how can I forget, bro? I feel like my guys, the Force MD, should get one.
Definitely deserve.
Oh yes,
definitely deserve.
Yeah, the Force MD should get one. You know who hasn't got one? I'm surprised at Stevie Wonder. I'm surprised he hasn't got one by now.
They probably waiting. They're waiting for Stevie to pass.
Some of these people I know for a fact they're gonna wait till they dead and then they're gonna give them that biopic.
Oh, of course.
Like Smokey Robinson and the Miracles. He deserves one. He wrote
Smokey should have been got one. Smokey should have been got one.
He was featured though in the Temptations movie. I saw,
miss you.
That's not enough. Like he deserves his own story too. But I'm really surprised Stevie ain't got one. With all the stuff that he's contributed, all the barriers he broke, I'm very surprised he ain't got one by now.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
I was actually thoroughly pleased with Aretha Franklin's biopic. So much so that I cried at the
I
end of
heard
it.
that. I heard that was
Yeah,
really.
it was really good. It was
Well,
really
there's
good.
That was
there's
good.
actually two.
Biopic?
There's two. There's the one on Genius called Respect, and there's the actual movie with Jennifer Hudson. I only saw the
No,
one
the
on.
one with Jennifer Hudson is perfect.
Yeah, the one
I
with
didn't watch that one.
Jennifer Hudson did a good
She
job.
did her
I ain't
big one
watched
on
She
that
that
one.
did
one.
a
I saw
good
the one
job.
on Genius.
And she did. She looked like Aretha too.
I love
She did a
Yeah.
Jennifer
good
so
job.
much, bro. Jennifer, if you watch, I love you so much, bro. Will you marry me, bro? I'm down on my knee right now. I got the ring and everything, bro.
Okay.
He said I got
Anthony
the ring and
Smokey
everything.
Robinson wanted Terrence Howard to play him, but he turned it down. Already said Smokey Robinson should deserve a biopic.
Terrence Howard is supposed to be playing everybody at this point.
He was
He
supposed
said
he
he
was
was supposed
supposed
to
to
play
play
Marvin
Marvin
Gaye.
Gaye.
Yeah.
Bro was Jackie. Anyway,
Terrence don't look like Marvin anyhow.
That's thank you, Dwayne. That's exactly what I was saying.
That would be
Yeah,
off.
he
I
doesn't
wouldn't. I
look
would.
like Marvin. He's way too light. He's way too light to be Marvin.
Yeah. Yeah, the Aretha Respect series, the series that was on Genius, I saw that one. I didn't see the one with Jennifer Hudson.
no
But
one. You have to see the one with Jennifer Hudson. It's perfect.
Yeah, that one's
Absolutely
like
beautiful.
I guess I'll watch it at some point.
it's well told and everything. I think
Yeah, you
probably
gonna
Don't
love
get
it.
too
it's
extra.
to
Jennifer
the point
Hudson
too. It's to
is
the
her
point.
thing.
It's to the point. It don't take too long to get to anything. It just scene we in elevator. Scene this is it happening. Scene it's just I like those type of movies. I just get to the point. Don't be trying to I mean, I like some build up, but when they it take like 4 hours just to get to the death or something. Just kill the come on now.
Just
Just
kill him. It's
kill him.
crazy
Come
work.
on,
Kill
bro.
him. Come on.
Just let him die. Please hurry up.
Croak,
Especially
please.
when you know they gonna die too. Like with in Malcolm X, like that was a good movie, but
That
That
movie
was
3 hours.
too long. That
the
was too
build
long. I
but
haven't watched it.
the build up to his death, it was so much anxiety. Like I was like, oh my god, like don't go in there.
The exposition is crazy, dude.
Bro was like, don't
I
go
still
in
ain't
there.
watched that one yet. That was like 5 hours. I
So
don't
much
want to watch that
anxiety.
one yet. I ain't watched that one yet. All right, but
Spike
we're
Lee
gonna wrap
did
it up
good.
here. We're gonna wrap it up here for the week. So thanks, Terrence, Jamarcus, RJ, and Dwayne answering all the questions with good answers. And we'll see you guys next week with more Field of Vision on the Great Rhythm and Reason podcast.
All right. Now coming back onto the stage here, I just want to say thank you one more time to Devin uh for his field of vision. He does a good job every week. And so we're always good and grateful to have him. We're gonna go into our interview for today. Um,
Good interview.
Already?
Okay.
yeah, we're gonna
We're
get
gonna
to
do.
Oh yes. Oh yes.
our guest that we have is New Israel. New Israel is if you don't know him, he's our guest that we have. I'm gonna read a little bit of his bio to you. New Israel is an up and coming rapper from Brooklyn, known for blending powerful music with purpose. Beyond his music career, he's deeply committed to giving back through community outreach events, youth programs, and interviews, all centered around spreading the message of the true living God to anyone willing to listen. That is him on paper, but we'd like to have you know him in person. So, without further ado, we're going to bring on to the stage New Israel. Everybody, receive him warmly.
What's up, everybody?
New Israel, glad to have you, my brother.
Glad to be here. How y'all doing?
Doing
We
good.
good.
We
Good,
good.
good,
We good. We good.
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 Yes, sir. So, what is going on with you today, my brother? How are you?
I'm doing great, man. I can't complain. I won't complain, just staying faithful and committed to, the
Yes,
purpose God gave me. So it's good. Adversity gonna come, but besides that, I'm here, man, still in my right mind. That's it. Just trying to stay blameless. That's all.
yes. That's excellent. I'm glad that you were able to come on here, man. We got a couple questions we want to ask you. We're glad to even have you on to the show. I've been reaching out. Jamarcus has been reaching out very diligently to find a lot of different guests, and he was able to stumble upon you, and so we're glad that you accepted the invitation.
Absolutely.
Uh,
I'm grateful for the invitation,
yes.
or definitely.
So each question we're gonna alternate between each of us. So we're just all gonna ask you each question. It's gonna come up on the screen, so you'll be able to see it in case you forget. And then, of course, we'll open the floor up to those in the comment section to ask any questions as well that they see fit, and then those that we be able to see, will bring them up. So the first question I'll start off by asking, what inspired you to start blending your faith with your music?
Um, Good question. I just believe it's nothing else more important to rap about than something that could save somebody's life. You feel me? It's two sides to every coin, and if they could make music to kill people, because look what music is originally for. Either it's for war or it's for praise. So
Mm,
either you praising a woman or praising money or praising clothes, fashion, or making war music. That's like the military that have a band play in the background. You know what I'm saying? So if you notice the music that's being put out, either is praising everything that's killing our people or is promoting that violence. You know what I'm saying? Influencing that behavior. So I love music, and I know God didn't give us these voices for nothing. He gave us the body. You feel me? You ain't pay for that body you got, so why not give back to Him? You know what I'm saying? So I just felt is robbery to the Most High to not use my gift for Him. So the Bible really inspired that. Like, it's not good to get something from the Most High and use it for His enemy. That's unfaithful. So God gave us everything, and it's only right that we use what He gave us for His purpose and not just for our own personal gain. That's selfish.
right, right.
Wow, that was good. That was a really good explanation.
I
That
agree.
was good. That was so perfect, man.
That was a great explanation, man.
Appreciate that.
Okay, so as you as an upcoming rapper, who are some of your favorite rappers?
That's a good question. I used to have favorite rappers. Now that my mentality is not the same, my perception changed. If you're not rapping about God to me, you know what I'm saying, or some type of truth. It don't have to be religious because I don't consider myself a Christian, none of that. But today I would say it's kind of rare to find somebody that's rapping the truth. Um, it's rare. It's hard to find like diamonds. So when I do find somebody that now I do listen to Eshawn Burgundy. He's a talented artist. If y'all never heard of him, Hezekiah. He's another talented artist. But I used to have favorite artists like 50 Cent, Meek Mill, and like J Cole and them. But when God elevated my understanding, I could no longer look at them as favorites no more because it don't feed me. If you eat noodles every single day, you're gonna have a different appetite. We grew up on that our whole life. I gotta as I grow up, my appetite changed. A baby you don't desire breast milk no more. You start wanting eggs and bacon. As you grow, your appetite grows. So as I grow spiritually, I need something that's gonna feed my mind. You know what I'm saying? And it don't feed me no more. No matter how good the beat is or the punchlines, it's vanity because it don't help me with my everyday problems today. Our problems is getting greater. Music was usually supposed to heal us or help us make it through the day. But if what you saying is not helping me through the day, it's vanity. I don't care how good it sounds. It's like feeding candy to a baby. They'll never get full. They'll never be satisfied. So I'm not satisfied with the music. I don't care how good is it. It gotta he'll or give me some type of instruction. That's what music is for, too, to educate. What instructions am I getting? I don't care how good you sound. We out here dying, man. Tell me something that's gonna help me overcome this adversity, these taxes, these police, brutality, oppression. Our people oppressed, man. We going through it, man. I don't
Mm,
want to hear about your money. I don't want to hear about the help me keep a wife rather than sleep with everybody else's wife. You talking crazy, man.
right, right, right.
Man, he
Yeah,
really on to
that's what I'm
Look,
something. He
talking
really
about.
on
That
to
is
Yeah,
so
something.
true.
He really on to something.
Yes, yes.
yes. Preach to him, man. Tell him.
excellent, excellent. I agree, man. I'd say if I we need a lot more of that in the world. People with vigor and fervor like that. Um, moving right on. Any other thoughts before we move on to the next question?
For
Okay.
me,
Nah, he said it pretty well.
Good, good. So here's the next question we have.
What role does your community outreach play in your mission as an artist?
mm, good question. Basically, I just go out to the neighborhoods. I set up my speaker. I do an event. Like I do what it's called. It's like skits. It's called two sides to the coin, right? And I'm not sure if y'all seen it on my page. If not, I'll repost it. But we actually play out what it looked like, what the other side of the coin looked like. You know what they don't show you in the rap videos.
Mhm.
I have a fake person, a fake dead body laying down, fake blood, get the prop guns, have the mother holding her baby crying with the fake blood on them, get the yellow tape, and then I rap out the scene. You get what I'm saying? So I rap out what they seeing and let them know like this is the other side of that coin. It's two sides to every coin, two sides to every battery, and you gotta take both. So my music is basically letting them know like this is what the other side of that coin look like. You take ice out the freezer and expect it not to melt. That's a fool. Everything got rules. Everything got rules. You ain't gas up the car, then expect it not to move. Get your head right. You don't stop at red lights and you don't use your headlights, then expect for you to crash, homie. You know what I mean? Like, so I'm breaking it down like what they see every day to help them understand how the other side of the coin look like. You take ice out the freezer, it's gonna melt. So what you expect if you keep living that life, if you keep destroying the temple, if you don't use the body for what God gave it to you for, you think He gonna give you another one? You won't even do that. You let me hold your phone and I violate it or break it. You're not gonna let me hold it again. If you let me drive your car and I go rob a bank with it, you gonna trust me? Character is everything. So I use my music to that's how you catch fish. You can't catch fish without bait, right? So I go to the
Yeah.
communities and give them what they like. You like music, I'm gonna give it to you that way, and I'm gonna give you a visual. So that image, once you see something, you can't unsee it. You feel what I'm saying? So once I give them that image of what the other side of that coin look like, hopefully it could put some type of fear in them to do evil, because we supposed to fear to do the right thing and not be afraid to do right. Today the tables turn. We not afraid to do wrong, but we're afraid to do the right thing. We're afraid to speak the truth, afraid to be different. You know what I'm saying? But we're not afraid to tattoo our body up like it belong to you. You ain't pay for that body. You know what I'm saying? It's not yours. It's like a loan. You don't pay that mortgage. What they gonna do? They taking that house. Why we expect God to be different? You know what I mean? Like you in debt. Every mark you put on this body, anything you do with this body that's not in a rule book, you gotta pay for it, man. And it comes in many ways. You could lose many things. You could lose the liver, a kidney. Why you think they got kidney disease, diabetes, lose it? This how God get his payments out of you, man. You take losses until that debt is paid, and they don't understand that. So I'll go in the communities and do a whole skit to show them this is what that look like when you make that choice. You sleep with a woman that's not your wife, you're gonna be raising that child by yourself. How long you think you could walk with one leg? You feel me? That's what it's like raising a child by yourself, walking with one leg, that pressure, no balance. So we play those roles out and they see it. And as they grow up, they'll never forget that image. So when that temptation come, they gonna remember like, nah, this is what's the other side of that coin look like. So now you can't make a decision unless you know both sides. You feel me? And the devil, he never tell you both sides. He only show you one side. You feel me? What look good? They got the rap video, smoking, drinking, partying, but they don't show the side. We don't got no camera where Diddy look in that jailhouse. If they could take a camera in that jailhouse, it don't look fun. There ain't no cameras in the jailhouse with little dirt. You feel me? They ain't going live and showing that jail food they gotta eat, them jail clothes they gotta put on. You feel me? So I'm showing them this is what the other side of that coin look like that they not showing you. Word up.
Man, he really owned to something, dude. Like he
Yeah.
really owned to something. He really owned to something,
He
man.
talking.
Yeah, I definitely agree.
But this
Y'all
the
better be
type of
listening
message
out
that
there.
the real
Yes.
rappers
He
used
putting
to
y'all
do.
on
Yes.
some. He telling y'all some gems. Y'all better be listening.
Like the real rappers, like people who actually rap about the struggle and like what's going on, like Tupac and Nipsey Hussle. Like he really owned to something with that. He really owned to something with that.
Let's move. I agree with you, Devin. I agree, Vaughn. Let's move on to our next question here.
How do you stay grounded in your purpose while navigating the music industry?
Mm, good question. How do you stay grounded in your purpose? Ooh. because I don't have no other choice. Every door closed is a redirection. God closed every other door in my life. You know, everything else I do, I fail. You know, a lion a fell in the ocean. An apple tree could never be successful making oranges. So I learned I'm only good at my purpose. That's the only way I'm gonna shine. That's the only way I'm gonna have any value. Once your purpose and anything I try to do outside of my purpose, it leads me right back to my purpose. By failure and disappointment, trying to be anybody but you only leads to disappointment. You know what I'm saying? So, and that's what I want our people to understand. Like you will never have no value, never be appreciated, never be noticed until you fulfill your purpose, no matter how big or small it may be. Like, that's the reason you're alive. So I know the moment I walk away from my purpose, is no reason for God to keep me alive, bro. You know what I'm saying? That's just like, once a bag of chips is empty, what happened? It go in the trash. So I gotta fulfill my purpose to stay alive. That's the reason we're alive. You feel what I'm saying? Anything in your house unuseful to you goes in the trash. It don't stay. So that's why I encourage people, fulfill the purpose God got for you. Sometimes what you got for yourself may not be your purpose. And sometimes God will hide your purpose from you until you commit it, until you faithful. Because it's hard to stay grounded. There's so many opportunities out here to where one day you want to be a rapper, tomorrow you want to be a photographer, and you'll never bear fruit. A tree can't make fruit if you keep moving it out the ground. It'll never bear fruit unless it's still. It gotta be through all four seasons: rain, snow, hail, winter. All of these seasons, it gotta stay rooted to bear fruit, and eventually, in due time, if it stay faithful and committed and rooted, it will bear fruit. So with knowing that, and I got that from the Most High in the Bible, knowing that if I stay rooted, I gotta bear fruit. I gotta have a harvest, bro. I got to. It's the principle. God put it in the earth. If a tree can make apples and guess what? When a tree make apples, though, it gotta sell it. A tree don't gotta sell his apples. People gonna go pick that fruit. So when you fulfill your purpose, people gonna come to you for that. Look, y'all came to me, right? This is
Yeah.
my
Yep.
purpose. All I gotta do. But what if I quit? What if I'm like, oh nah, I won't be able to talk to y'all. Ain't no telling what this one conversation could do to one person on this call to help them with their one by small means, great things come about, man. All God need is one sun to shine light on everything. So one thing could give birth to many. So if I don't fulfill my purpose, somebody on here can't fulfill those. If the sun don't rise, how many gonna die? If the apple tree don't bear fruit, how many gonna starve? A chicken don't eat eggs, right? But it lay them. So I know if I don't fulfill my purpose, somebody's gonna die, bro. That's how we gotta think, to where you don't quit, because every day you don't fulfill yours, somebody dying, and on Judgment Day, God gonna hold you accountable for murder. You feel what I'm saying? You murder people when you don't fulfill your purpose. So I don't want to murder. I killed too many in my past by living in vain. So I owe God my life, and this is my life. I gotta fulfill it so I could say. It's always, my wife said this. She said, "It's always a you behind you and in front of you." So if I stop, I'm holding up traffic, you heard? It's like driving.
Yeah.
When you stop moving, how many people behind you that you hindering from getting to where they need to go because you stopping in traffic for no reason? No, keep going. I don't care what it look like. I don't care if I don't get no views. I'm putting that music out. I don't care if people don't like it. I'm gonna keep doing it because God is not gonna let my work go in vain, bro. So it don't matter what the music industry, if they receptive to it or not. They don't have a choice. The Bible says every knee shall bow and every mouth shall confess. Christ is the new standard of beauty. Y'all see the music changing. You know what I'm saying? As they getting exposed, their favorite gangster rapper is found out to be homosexual. You don't want to be gangster no more. God is changing the whole narrative. So eventually, what you think gonna take over the industry? This type of music, bro. People gonna get tired of hearing that. They're gonna get tired of seeing they people die. You feel what I'm saying? Tired of broken marriages, broken homes. People broken, man. They know how to put a mask on, but people out here really sad, depressed. So when they hear this music and they hear me speak, bro, give them life, bro. Give them joy, bro. And then it's like a dog going back to dog food. Once you hear the truth, that's like table food. I can't go back to Lil Wayne after that. After hearing a conversation like this, bro, you go back to hearing what he's telling you is vanity. They don't even taste the same no more. So
Yes.
I can't stop. That's why.
Yes.
You gotta keep doing what
Wow,
you do.
bro. He really
Perfectly
on to
said.
Do
something,
what you do.
man.
Like my
Perfectly
dad
said,
said,
my
you
brother.
can't quit your day job. You can do Yo, bro, you can work your job and still make music, man. Just keep on pushing, bro.
Man, you
Keep on.
should really consider being a form of motivational speaker. You're really good at this.
Yes.
Yes.
It ain't me, King. It's Christ, bro. The car can't say how good it drives. It's the one driving it. It's the spirit inside the body. You know what I mean? When you receive him, you receive his attributes. See, people think Jesus is just about religion. No, it's a characteristic. He everything we have, he did it first. He created the voice. You don't think he know how to sing? You don't think he know how to rap? He created the tongue. He created rhythm. Your heart beat 120 beats per minute. You got a blood flow. We are instruments, bro. God is a genius, bro. Christ is. So I go to
Yes.
him for everything, bro. You created everything. So you gonna make me good at you the first doctor. God did the first surgery with Adam when he opened up his rib and what? Created Eve. What did he do? He put him to sleep. So that lets you know you need to put somebody to sleep before you do surgery. Bro, that is what
Man,
God is the first to do everything, bro. Yo,
you
I'm
really
going
on
to
to
him.
something.
Jesus
Yes.
Christ is that God, but he's not preached right. So people think he's boring. Yo, if you created what I love, how much more are you? How great are you? You created the legs that LeBron James jumped with. So why am I praising LeBron James and not you? You created the arms that he dunked with. Why don't praise you? This was all in your mind before everything existed. He's a genius, bro. Like Jesus is they
God
fire,
is
bro.
always good, man.
Word up, bro.
God
Hey,
is always
God
good.
is
hey,
good.
hey,
Yes, he is.
He
This
made
guy's
perfect,
it over
all
there,
right, man.
bro.
He a-okay in my book, bro. He
Yeah.
perfect,
solid as a rock. He the
perfect. You
bee's
said
knees, man.
you created the legs. I think that's where it starts. You got to start with the creator.
Come
You got to
on.
start with the creator. So excellent. I think what you just said was excellent. We always have to start with the creator.
It's a
Indeed.
fact.
That was
Yeah.
really impactful what you just said, man.
Word. And they always want us to worship everything but him, right?
Yeah.
They always give us something to worship. Eagles. And there's always an animal, a beast. Chicago Bulls. Everything what God hates. Spider-Man, Batman. They always want us to worship the beast rather than worship the most high. You feel me? Because they know what God hates. Remember the Israelites when they was in the wilderness. What did they worship? The bull. We all in Egypt, they worship the serpent. It's nothing new under the sun, bro. They know what God hate. And if we keep doing what God hate, we'll never overcome our enemies. Look what happened to Samson, bro. When Samson broke the commandments, what did he lose? He lost his strength, right? And he lost his sight. So what's happening to our people? We don't have the strength to overcome America. So we oppress, paying these debt collectors these bills, and we don't have the understanding to overcome them. We lose our eyesight. And what do? They turn him into a sport for entertainment, bro. God didn't create us to be entertainers, bro. God created us to entertain him, but rule the earth. But as long as we doing what he hate, we'll always be ruled over. And the worst thing you could do to a black man is to make him a slave because we was created to be kings, bro. So that was always our punishment, and they know that. So they got to keep us doing what God hate. Let's make weed be legal because we know these people gonna run to this for relief. What you run to for relief is your God.
Yes.
We run to music for relief. Music is good, but I don't run to that to relief no more. I used to. Now I run to the Bible. I get on my knees. I cry out. You heard? You never too old to cry. What happened when a baby cry? What do them parents do? They coming to see what's wrong. You feel me? So when you
Yeah.
cry out to God, he's coming to see what's wrong. But they don't want you all throughout the Bible. When Israel cried out, they got delivered. We're not crying out. So God put Donald Trump in the office. He gonna make you cry out. Because now they don't gotta hire you. When they start taking food stamps, when the oppression get real, milk become $10 a gallon, and you only making minimum wage, we're gonna have to cry out, bro. We too comfortable. So he taking away that comfort so we could cry out for deliverance, bro. That's why all this is happening. You know what I mean? But the music ain't telling. They acting like everything is okay. It's not, bro. It's not. They're gonna keep you distracted until the day you die. Nothing changed until the day everything changed, bro. So, yeah, we gotta be prepared, man. Get your hearts right, man. You feel me? Either you gonna walk on water or you gonna drown by this oppression, bro. And it's gonna touch each and every one of our front doors. So my job is to prepare you, bro. Cause if I come on this podcast and don't tell y'all, anything happen to y'all is on me. I gotta tell you the truth, bro. But after this, y'all life will never be the same because now y'all heard the truth. You can't take these glasses off no more. Once you see the truth, you can't unsee it. It's like turning off the alarm clock and going back to sleep. You're gonna go into a deeper sleep. You feel me? So yeah, man, I'm grateful. Word up.
Man. Man, he really on to something, dude. That's I don't even know what to say, man. He really on to something.
That was great. That was beautiful,
He
man.
really brought that truth to light.
Yes.
Yes, you did, man. I want to just personally, just before we get to this last question, um, I just want to just bring this forth to say, man, I'm happy that we were able to bring you onto this podcast, and you were able to share some of your truths, that you've been able to share. So we're going to get into the last question we're going to ask, and then we're going to let you go from here, but never from the presence. So here we are. The last question, that we want to ask is, what challenges have you faced spreading a faith-based message through hip hop?
Mm, that's the best question too, man. I say one of the main challenges is rejection. You know, you realize when you wake up, you realize who's still asleep. Um, and when you find the truth, you realize who hate the truth. The truth is hated. You know, Christ said, "The world gonna hate you for my name's sake." You know, I done events where I speak like this and never get booked again. You feel what I'm saying? Or they never want me to come back around. So the challenge that I face, you know, is just being hated for loving God. You feel me? And loving the truth. So, and it's a challenge, but I'm okay with it. You get what I'm saying? Cause it's been like that my whole life. And now I know why. So if you see yourself kind of trying to force yourself in people's life or trying to force yourself in situations, you don't belong there. God got greater for you. You know, all the chosen people in the Bible, you know, they was hated by the ones they love. So preaching to somebody who don't want the truth is a challenge for me. You know, because I love the truth so much. It's like, but I gotta still tell you, you know, but and what I would say is you'd be surprised because it be the ones that you think gonna reject the truth that receive it. Like, look, y'all not even in a church or some religious organization, but look how y'all accepting it. It be the churches, you feel me? It be the ones you think, you feel me, that want the truth that don't want it. You feel me? So it's like my greatest challenge is I have nowhere to go. The church don't really respect the truth. And the street is like you just you and God, bro. You gotta be willing to sit in the sky alone like the sun if you want to serve God. The sun don't have friends, bro. You know what I'm saying? It just got stars that come shining in season, and they all spread it out and scattered. So
Mm.
the answer to that question, man, my greatest challenge is the fact that I gotta preach to people who hate the truth, and it hurt because I love them too and I want them to get the truth. That's the only reason why I'm telling them, you know. And if I don't even really, I love music, but if I'd rather do this, I'd rather talk to you than rap to you. But I understand my music could go places I can't, right? It could go into the jail cell, it could make it to the hospital. You know, that's why I do music because it's an extension of me. You know what I'm saying? So every song I do, it have to have a message in it that could help somebody. Cause you don't know. Somebody could be willing to think about committing suicide. You know, suicide is on an all-time high, man. People, I used to think about that. You know, I used to hate myself. You know what I'm saying? Depressed, sad. So I know like it's somebody just like me on that last leg willing to kill themselves. And if I'm the last person you ever see before you die, I want to at least be the reason you make it that next day. You know, so that's the hardest part. To me, the greatest challenge is getting people to see that the truth, man. That's it. That's it. It's a war. It's a war. But it's a challenge, but I love it so much to where it makes the burden light. You know, love make the burden light. That's why you gotta be careful what you love because it'll blind you from those challenges. You know, when you love something, you don't even see the flaws in it. You know? So yeah, that's my greatest challenge, man. Trying to open up the eyes of the ones who want to stay asleep. Cause I know where it's going to lead to, man.
Open up the eyes of the ones who want to stay asleep. That's really something. That's really something.
It's motivating, man. It's motivating.
Man, excellent words, man. We're so glad to have had you here on this episode this week, and we want to invite you again in the future. If
You
you
got to come back sometime, dude.
Yeah, man. We gotta have you
that
on.
would be good, man.
For sure, for sure.
And to I think I speak for everybody here when I say that you definitely. I don't have to speak for everybody, but you definitely made was well received and always have a place here at the Rhythm and Reason podcast.
Yeah, you did open up some eyes, man. Like you said something that even I didn't think about.
Word. Praise God. And I appreciate y'all for the invite. Like, and that's why never judge a book by its cover. You feel me? Average person to be looking at what can I get out of this? When you look at it like that, God make honey come from a bee. You know what I'm saying? A bumblebee. He made silk come from a worm. It be the small things, bro. Raindrops make floods, bro. Pennies make milk. You can't have $1,000,000 without a penny. But we don't want to count the pennies. Oh, this is we want it to look big, but when you do anything for God, it is big because He's a big God. That's just like, yo, if you Oprah chef, you're not a regular chef. You get what I mean? Because you cooking for somebody great. So anything you do for God is great, no matter what it looked like. And it was adversity, because look, it was kind of late. I'm like, yo, time is ticking, yo. But I knew the longer it took, I knew it was God saying is the reason He wanted me to be on here, bro. Don't go by what it looked like. Never judge a situation because God could change the way it looked just like that. That's how He keeps Satan out of heaven, because heaven don't look like heaven. You feel what I'm saying? Y'all remember Wakanda? How Wakanda was an invisible city? How it looked like nothing. The average person, it looked like, oh, ain't nothing going on over there. But if you go a little deeper, a little closer, they got the vibranium. So the people that look like nobodies, or the things that look like a nobody, got what you need to make it to that next level. So I appreciate y'all, man. I appreciate this podcast. Because the average person that look at it like, oh, they just talking about music. Nah, but today they talking about God. You feel what I'm saying? So you
Right.
never know, bro. You never know, bro. Stay faithful. You never know when God gonna pull up.
Yep,
Indeed,
that's the
brother.
truth.
Yes.
He
Well, we
explained it.
will definitely be looking forward to having you in the future, and we're gonna wish you peace on
Peace
this.
from y'all too, man. Thank y'all.
Yes, sir.
Yes.
And to everybody in our audience, please don't hesitate to uh, follow our brother, New Israel. His Instagram is right there below. So please take the time out and follow him, and follow him on Instagram as well. That's new_Israel. Moving right along, we're going to get into the next part of our show. We're going to ask Devin, what, oh, what is the announcements?
All right, announcement time. RJ, where the music at?
Where the music at? Where's the music? Yeah. Y'all know
All
what
right,
time it is.
birthday time. See who's up first on the board. Happy birthday to the original Six Temptation, Cornelius Grant.
The original six man.
Yeah,
Yes, Lord.
before me though, before I came along. For me and Josh came along. He was the first. So, yeah, I gotta give props to him. Happy birthday, Cuba Gooding Sr., the GOAT of the main ingredient.
Yes. Happy birthday, Cuba Gooding. Yeah.
Happy heavenly birthday, Tammy Terrell.
Tammy
Man, oh man,
Terrell.
them duets was fire.
Rest in peace.
Her and Marvin was always cooking up something good.
Always cooking up something great, y'all.
Ain't nothing like the real thing,
Baby.
Happy heavenly birthday, Duke Ellington, a true jazz pioneer.
Happy birthday, Duke. You paved the way for a lot.
Happy birthday to Taj, the SWV.
Happy birthday, Taj. He's so fine. Oh my Lord.
And happy birthday to Mr. Dynamite James Brown, the godfather of soul. Mr. Please, please, please. The man
Mr.
himself.
Please himself.
The hardest working man in show business. That's all for today, folks.
All right. So glad to have had those announcements. Moving along now, we're going to get into the song of the day. What is the song of the day for today?
You're my best.
Now, usually Josh would be here.
Stop it now, Devin.
Oh, now you're back. Oh, now you want to come back. This is not the song of the day.
We already did that.
Yeah, this ain't the right one. We already did that like last week.
Oh yeah, we would already do that.
I sent you the new one. It should be the new one up.
You sure did send me the new one, Devin. I didn't get it on here. Hold a minute. Oh, here's a new one. Okay, hold up. What is the song of the day?
All right. The actual song of the day is Gerald Levert and Mary J. Blige's cover version of Bobby Womack's classic hit, That's the Way I Feel About You. They really did their thing with this song. If you haven't heard it, definitely check it out. They definitely cooked.
Good. That's a good one. I like that song she got. Me and Mr. Wrong get along so good. Y'all know that song?
I don't really listen to Mary J. Blige all that well.
My mom used to listen to that song all the time. Even though you break my heart so bad. That's a good song. My mom used to listen to that song. But this is a good song of the day today. All right. Well, do you guys know what time it is?
It's the song selection time.
It's the song selection. I'm going to give it to you, Devin.
All right. You guys are in for a very special treat. Our good brother and founding member of Recent Rendition, RJ Kidd, aka JC Kidd, has decided to take the wings and perform today, twice on both song selections. So, RJ, let him have it, man.
Thank you, Mr. Pierce. Thank you. Y'all are going. Y'all are in for a treat tonight. Y'all sit back, relax, and let me soothe you. I was a fool to let you go. I let you walk right out my door. It was a bad mistake I made, and I regret it to this day. If I had a second chance, I promise, girl, I would make it last. So tonight I'll erase my pride. If you let me back inside, come on, baby. Oh yeah. Baby, come back. Whoa. Ooh, yeah. Oh, I see the tears I caused you to cry. Now I know it was a mistake when I lied. Not a day goes by, I don't wish to see your eyes. I wish I could bring you back my way. Every day for your love I pray, baby. Oh yeah. Everybody wave our hands with me tonight. Oh, I will climb any mountain. Whoa. You. Ooh-wee. Yeah, baby, beloved. There's nothing I won't do for you. But look within your eyes, baby. It makes me wonder why, lady, you wanna get with me, darling. When I thought we was just friends, then you made your move on me. You started moving on me strongly, even though nobody was around. Still like to tell you to slow it down. We don't have to rush the night away. There's always gonna be another day. It's time to make love and a time to play. What I'm trying to say, whoa, we don't have to rush the night away. There's always gonna be another day. Time to make love and the time to play. What I'm trying to say, take love slowly. Yeah, yeah. Thank you.
All right. Let's hear it from one of the founding members of recent rendition, JC Kidd. What a stellar
Let's give him
performance.
a round of applause.
What a stellar performance, my friend.
Great job, JC.
Great job with the guys. All right. So, what made you pick that song?
I wanted to do something special. I know I ain't performed with my by myself in a while, so I wanted to give the audience something good. And this next song will be even better. I can promise you that. But y'all gonna have to wait to see that to the
So, Terrence, where were you at? Were you fighting for Africa or something? You were gone for a very long time.
end.
Oh no.
Well, ended up seeing some people that I haven't seen in a very long time, and time kind of got away from me. That's my fault, you know. But
Okay.
so thank you, Devin, for deciding to put me out there like that.
I mean, I was
Put him
concerned. I mean,
directly on blast.
anything could have happened, man.
Yeah, I got some words for you after this. After this here live is over.
Oh, well,
But
God forbid.
anyway,
God forbid I cared about your safety. God forbid I care about your safety. So next time when you do go, I'll make sure not to say anything.
anyway, what's next?
That sucks.
Oh jeez.
Okay.
Next, we have our poem.
I
All
was
right.
I was muted. I was muted. Well, we're moving right along. We're getting to rhythmic words with Jamar.
Hey. It's your boy Jamarcus with the rhythm and words with your host, Jamarcus Hall. I'll be reading What is Your Goals? What is your goals? What is your goals? Sometimes in life, we think to ourselves, what is your goals? The goals that we have to be set in life. Either we make it or not, succeed or not, live or pass away. What is your goals that will fulfill in life? What is your goals? The goals that we want to reach. Will we ever reach it? But if we fail, we've got to do it again because that's life. We got to do it again over and over until we make it. What is your goals? What is your goals? I think of it. You think of it. We all think of it. What is your goals? What is your goals in life? What is your goals in life? Our goals in life will happen or will it won't? What is your goals in life? What is your goals in life?
Excellent poem. Why did you pick that poem?
You know, I was on my day off from work. I wrote up well, not even from my day off. It was like either a Monday night. I wrote about 4 poems, and especially I wrote this poem. What is your goals? It just came in my mind. I wrote it. It ain't it deep? Ain't it deep? What is your goals? Because You know, we still got much living to do in this world, and we got to reach our goals, even though we're gonna fail or succeed. We got to reach our goals, right, Dwayne, Dev, JC, Terrence?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Josh, wherever you're at,
Yep,
we
yep.
hope at your girls' graduation. We love you.
Yes. Yes. Well, what is your goals? Excellent poem, and glad that you were able to read it for us this week, Jamarcus. Um, we're going to go to our next poem now, which in the place of uh, our brother Josh, we have brother Devin who's going to be reading the poem. So, what is today's poem with Josh, or no, not Josh, with Devin?
70s old man. I can pull that shit off.
All
I
right.
can pull that shit
Well,
off. Can I pull that shit off? I can pull that shit
anybody who was at last episode, remember when I gave a little teaser and a little hint that I was gonna read another poem for next week. And now that next week has come, it's poem time. All right. So this poem is called Tragedy. All right. Tragedy. In life, we all go through tragedy. We will all experience loss. We will all experience sorrow. Whether you lose a friend, a family member, a pet, or when even going through a breakup, you have to know when to pick yourself up and be strong. You have to be ready because in life, there will be struggles. There will be something in the way. There will be a trial, a testament, there will be a toll. The devil will try to stop you from succeeding. The devil will block you from winning. But keep your trust and your faith in God because there will always be a will. God will always make a way. Depression, sadness, misery, loneliness, anguish, pain, suffering, a loss of hope. It's all temporary. It's all a test. It is all a test to prove if you can stay strong and keep your head up through the pain. It is all a test to prove how bad you really want it and how far you're willing to go for it. Why? Because tragedy is temporary. With God, you can do it all. Tragedy.
That's a good job, Dev.
That was a good one, Dev.
Job. Why did you write it?
Well, I want to do something like a little bit inspirational. No, something to like keep people in good spirits. And we talked about something last week that was tragic. I kind of forgot, but you know, we all have to prevail in life when there's a struggle and an obstacle in the way. We all gotta keep our heads up, like Tupac said. We gotta keep our heads up. We gotta stay strong through it all because it's all really just a test, and God really gonna have us good in the right moment.
Yes, as
Every
long as
moment.
you keep your head to the sky. Yes, yes.
Yeah, just like the Earth, Wind, and Fire song. Thank you for
So,
keeping it.
Devin. So, are you going to be officially going to do a little segment for your poetry or not?
I have to
You
think
know,
about that one because this is kind of fun. I kind of like writing these, so I don't
you want
know.
to
I
see
mean,
Josh?
poems are like they're like songs, you know. They're kind of like songs. They're like
Yeah,
stories, you know. It's just something that you write, but just quicker, you know. It's just something that always tells a story and has an impactful and deepful meaning behind it.
of
So who
course.
knows? Maybe I will. Maybe I won't.
Yeah.
I have to really think about it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, Devin, that was excellent poem, Tragedy, and very well written, and as well as Jamarcus, very well written poems. Moving along, we're going to transition now to my observation. The observation for today.
Yes, yes. Dwayne's observation.
I'm so glad, my brothers, to have an observation. This particular week, I have another observation. Um, you know, I go through my week. I don't think I think it's as common as everybody else goes throughout their week. But I go out throughout my week just living life. I don't never. think, oh shucks, what specific thing should I speak to the people about this week? I just go forth and speak it. Um, and it's because I think that the best experience is the one that is a lived experience. It's the one that you could speak and you could give from an authentic understanding of what you know. And so that's where I kind of draw my observations from. So this week's observation, I'd say, um, it is going to come from some scripture, um, and it's going to really go into depth about what what I've really been thinking about. I just unpacking what we heard from our guests today, and from the beautiful poems that we read. And so I know people be like, "Well, Dwayne, why do you talk so slow and so drawn out?" I think I talk slow because I'm trying to get us to wind down, to mellow out, especially now in the last part of our episode where we're getting ready to uh, bid farewell. It's good to have a mellowing moment, especially if the whole time, I think that's in life in general. When if you're in life, you have a whole frantic work day. It's good to go at home into your closet, or not in your closet literally, but go home into your private place and be mellow and unpack the day, unpack what you did throughout the day. And so that's what I want to really use Dwayne's observations as. That's why I named it Dwayne's observations. I want it to be a time where we can really just observe things, be it scripture or be it life. And so I'm so glad, dear listener and dear brother who's here on the panel, that we have the opportunity to observe as human beings. So one thing I want to observe today is a particular scripture um, that I was thinking about earlier in the show. It comes from the book of Mark, chapter 8, verse 34 through 37. Um, Mark chapter 8, verse 34 through 37. And it reads this. And by the way, I'll give context. This is Jesus speaking to his disciples, and he's speaking to his disciples about um, some different things, what it means to follow him, and basically that's really what it's about. So it's in verse 2. You could turn to it if you can, but it says, Mark chapter 8, verse 34 says, "And when he had called the people unto him with his disciples," when he meaning Jesus, by the way, and when he meaning Jesus had called the people unto him with his disciples also, he said unto them, "Whosoever will come after me." Oh, by the way, this is the King James version. I'm reading out of this version just in general because this is the one that everybody knows how it's read. So it says in verse 34, "Whosoever will come after me, let him deny himself and take up his cross and follow me." Verse 35, "For whosoever will save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it." And this is the part that's so popular. Everybody, you might hear a lot of people say this part. "What shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his own soul? Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul?" All right, that's all I want to read. So I wanted to read that because, especially the part that said, what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul?" Because I was really thinking about how uh, we as human beings, when it's time for us to live, because in I read verse um, 32, not verse 34, when it said that whoever should come after me, so whoever should follow Christ, should deny himself, meaning he should deny not who he is as its core, but he should deny the things that makes him a negative person. You should deny the things that make you rude, obnoxious, anxious, all those things. And you should always be in the purpose of rebuilding yourself to be a better human being under the sun, as far as you know, that you're not coming across as one who is arrogant or one who is not loving or one who's not kind or one who does not give reverence that there is a creator, in the sense that you don't even believe that what you do, if it may be wrong, is wrong. And I know a lot of people that just do things, um, but they don't necessarily think about what they do. They just do it. So, so it says in verse 34, whoever will come after me, let him deny himself. Let him deny. Oh, well, if I'm this person, let me do better. Let me deny the first. If I'm going to fight and argue, let me deny to fight and argue. Rather, let me do the better option, which is to listen. And I might say, sometimes I come across have issues, as we all may have. But that's one of the first things that we should do, and is to go back and draw back and say, "Hey, what can I do better?" That's the first part of denying oneself, and to say, "What would Christ do?" And so that's why I say sometimes I have even issues with that, and I can admit that I have to fix those things. But that's the first step. To follow Christ, you must say, "Wait a second, I got to change some things." That's where it starts off. And then it goes forth to say, for whosoever shall save his life shall lose it, but whosoever shall lose his life for my sake and the gospel's, the same shall save it. And now, this particular verse I thought was interesting because I understood it to mean that if you're running to try to say, oh, shoot, even though your ship is going downhill, you're running to save your ship, you're running to save your life, you're going to lose your life. Especially if you're in a situation where your life is not worth living in the condition that it's in. If you're struggling, the best thing that you should do is to not hold on to the struggle. It is to embrace the struggle, to know that that struggle is yours. But it is to say, I don't have to struggle forever. So if you hold on to the struggle, you're going to lose yourself in the struggle. But rather, if you say, my life is not defined rather by struggle, but it's defined by persistence. Like it's written, the race is not given to the swift, but the one who endureth to the end. So the one who stays in the race, the one who knows who he is. And so I'm going to get to this last part, and then I'm going to open it up for my brothers here and to you in the chat. The last part is, uh, oh, and then I want to read that part that says, "First, I'll save it." So you definitely should save. Well, let's go into the last part, which is verse 36. It says, "For what shall it profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul?" Or what shall a man give in exchange for his soul? Now, this is a very powerful verse, and it's the last verse I'll read from my observation. But I think that this verse is explanatory in the fact that it's talking about what's best for us. What if it what what is it good if you give away your own soul, especially in living? If you lose who you are at your core because you're fighting to keep something that's not worth keeping, if you lose who you are at your core because you don't know who you are, man, that's a whole situation there. So it says, what shall profit a man if he shall gain the whole world and lose his soul? That's a prime example as to why we should know that keeping and holding on to something, or holding on to what we have, holding on to our life, holding on to our lie, holding on to our truth, holding on to anything, without proper analyzation. And this is the analyzation. Is it how Christ would live? That's the proper analyzation. That's not to say one should be judgmental or one should always beat themselves down or one should deny who they are culturally. No, keep who you are culturally, keep who you are at your core because that's who God made you to be. But if you should do better in other instances, always don't just leave room for improvement. Leave room to say, I am not the start. There was something before me, and that something is the creator, which is God. And God is manifested in my life through his son, Jesus, who lives in me as the example. And I think most Christians don't understand that. They think, shoot, I could sin and then just go pray and God make it well. Nope. You've got to let go. You've got to let go of what you're doing because God is giving you opportunity in your life. So it's not just about you. Oh, so some people are holding on to what they do. They don't want to let it go. And I'm a witness. And sometimes even I've struggled with those things. And so it's one thing to say I have to admit and then deny that. I have to deny that shucks, everything is good because people, and this is the last thing I'll say, we have a habit of as human beings saying things are good and they're not good. As the brother said, we could be living in a house that's burning on fire, and then we can say to ourselves, shucks, this house is a good house. And the whole time the house is not fit to live in. So that's the end of my, well, that's not the end of my observation, but I want to open the floor up to questions. I don't mind answering any questions
Okay, Dwayne.
or
You
thoughts.
said that.
Don't have to have a question.
Okay, Dwayne. Since you said that, at Bible verse, I
Mm.
said that same Bible verse this morning on TikTok. I haven't really uploaded it. I was gonna upload it like later tonight, but you know, that's
You
really
you said it. You said it this morning on TikTok. Well, to God be the glory. I
yeah,
didn't
but
even.
I haven't really posted it. I was gonna post it like later tonight, and especially on Insta story. But your Bible verses are really good, and that Bible verse you just did, fantastic. I loved it.
Oh yeah, yeah. I can't wait to see what you post about it. I didn't even know you posted it. So maybe that might be the spirit
Like
work.
Bible verses since
Wait, so you didn't post it, or you did post it?
I've been posting Bible verses like since what last Sunday? Terrence
It
probably
seems, it
saw it. I don't
seems
know why
Yeah, Terrence is laughing, so he might have
I
saw
don't
it.
know why
Yeah.
he's laughing. He's not joking. We're talking about Bible verses. You wanna
Go ahead, Terrence.
during these serious.
Oh, well, I wasn't laughing at you, sir. So how about
No, no, no. I mean, we know you wasn't laughing at us. We thought you was laughing at the Bible verses. There's
that?
nothing
That
funny
wasn't
about
me either. That
Well,
was
I didn't know you had released those Bible verses,
that.
but um, like I said, the Spirit is working through both of us, man. So the fact that you had that scripture, what since you released it this morning, what are your thoughts about it?
I didn't really release it this morning. I put in the drafts, but the Bible verse that you just said about Matthew 6, chapter 6, 25 NIV. Therefore I tell you, do not worry about your life, what you will eat or drink, or about your body. What we'll wear is not life more than food, and the body more than clothes.
Hmm.
Oh, yes.
Okay, okay.
when you say sell your soul. What do you think? What do you think selling your soul is?
Selling it. I don't necessarily.
We're not selling your soul. Like I don't know. I don't even know how to
You
describe
said
it.
lose your soul.
Yeah, lose your soul. What do you think? What do you think that is?
I think when you lose your soul, you lose who you are. You lose what you are, and you might not know that you lost it. But I think it's talking about in somebody's best interest because it says what shall it profit a man that he should gain the whole world? Meaning, and I maybe I didn't explain this, and not you, but I should. Looking back, I should explain that part. Gain the whole. What does it mean to even gain the world? Losing the soul when you lose who you are, when you lose what you are, when you lose connection with the Father. That's when you lose your soul because your soul is what gives you life, and the connection to the Father is life. So when you lose connection to the Father, and how you lose connection to the Father is not even knowing that you're connected. That's not to say that you're of a different belief, or because one might say, "Oh, he's not connected to the Father. He's a Muslim, or he's this." No, not connecting to the Father meaning you don't even know that you are a brother. You treat everybody as their foes or enemies. But being connected to the Father, no, that means that you know that you got a brother or you got a sister somewhere. So to lose your soul is to be those things, not being connected to yourself, not being connected to others, not being connected to life, and this is the most important one, not being connected to the Father. Is
Okay.
that explain that right? Good.
Yeah, you get it.
Okay.
That's all I had to say on the topic.
Devin, you got any thoughts?
Anybody else?
Uh,
Marcus gave his.
Nope, I'm good.
I thought it was very well explained with the gain the entire world and like lose your soul. I mean, I've heard this before. I mean, I first heard it like in the Boondocks when Huey Freeman said it in one of the episodes. But the verse really speaks out. I say it's one of the most impactful verses. And you read it very well. You explained it very thoroughly, and I gotta condemn you on that one. That was really good on your part, and I think that is something that everybody can get behind.
Something else you said though, when you said this house is burning, but we'll convince ourselves that like this house is good. I felt that in my feels, because I ain't gonna lie. As a man, sometimes you do just kind of accept what's given to you because it's like, hey, at least I can have something. But
Well, especially if a person is saying like, at least I got the world, because that's really what Jesus is saying. People will get comfortable in what we have, and even what we have is not what Jesus had. We
hmm
could say, "Shucks, I'm living my whole life to get this house, and I'll do anything to get it, to have a house, and that's good. You should have a house. But if you should lose yourself in the process, what was the whole thing worth? If you should lose yourself in the process, a lot of rappers they flaunt jewelry as a means to say, I'm not broke. But if you should lose yourself, and not just rappers, this happened even to some people that we listen to, you know, people gain the world, they may gain fame, they may gain a lot of different things. And now the whole time they lost their connection with God, because they've been said, shoot, I'm rich. I don't need, I don't need to pray no more. And then while you're rich, you're doing things detrimental to yourself. And that just doesn't go for rich. That just goes for anything. And every opportunity, always remember the connection to the Father, and thus your connection to mankind. And so that's really, man. And even not just if you're rich, if you're in anything in life, always remember the Father, and know that you're definitely wonderfully made. And that's a message not only to you but to myself. Uh, I want to end this segment by saying that, and I thank you all for listening. I thank you all for your thoughts that you gave, and I think that we did really good with today's episode. I think that we just keep growing higher and higher and higher, and we're going to keep growing higher. We're getting to be to the end of our season. We have a few more episodes yet, but we're getting to be to the end. So we're going to go all the way through the end of May, and we'll be done uh, for the summer. But otherwise, we're so glad to have everybody's viewing here at the Rhythm and Reason podcast, and we hope that you continue to view us, to subscribe, to mess with us, and don't forget to follow our guest, Newisreal. I've also pinned his information in the comment section, so be sure to check him out. And don't also forget to check out Rhythm and Reason podcast. We are a podcast that comes on every Saturday at 6:30 Central Standard Time, 7:30 Eastern Standard Time. Now, my brothers here might say, "Well, Dwayne, we don't start till 7 o'clock," and I understand that.
I'm not gonna
But
lie. We
but
say 6:30, but oh my god,
Yeah, we
Oh,
say
we don't.
7:30. We start at 8:30, so
just
We
always.
get here at 7:30.
might as well just change it to 8:30.
we meet here at 7:30, and we're
Nah,
gonna
you change it to 8:30. Ain't
we
nobody
meet
gonna
here
start
at six
29.
thirty, and we're gonna keep saying 6:30. So that's the time we start. That's the time we start. We
which we
start
never
with,
do.
and matter of fact, we start between 6 and 7:30. So
That's
you might find us between those times. We start between 6:30 and 7 o'clock. There we go. That's it.
between.
Everybody, let's say that together on the podcast. Together, we start
We start
between
between
six
6:30
thirty
6:30 and 7
to
o'clock.
7 o'clock.
or 7 o'clock.
All right.
All
And
right.
that's not for the podcast listeners. That's for everybody who's listening on the outside. But either way it go, we do good without the uh, public service announcement.
Hmm.
So be sure to follow us and like, share, and subscribe because we truly, to those who do comment, we truly appreciate your patronage. And don't forget to share, most importantly, share amongst your friends and your family and get the good word out about the Rhythm and Reason podcast. That's all from me right now. Before we close out, does anybody else have any thoughts before we get to the end here?
I have no thoughts.
No thoughts at all.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
Like, comment, and subscribe, and
Make sure you share the
wait
video.
for it. Wait for the end for a surprise.
Tune in every week.
Donate every week.
I said tune in every week.
Oh. Oh, my bad. I was just like, oh, money, please.
No. We ain't got to that point yet.
Well, we'd like to leave you with these messages. Keep the rhythm in your life.
Whoa.
Ain't them. Got another song.
Oh yeah. Oh,
You do this all the time.
Lord of mercy.
It's okay, bro.
Another song. Who's gonna Devin introduce?
I'm gonna introduce him. I'm gonna
No,
introduce him
it's
this time.
Terrence.
I'm gonna introduce him this time.
Ugh.
Okay. All right, everybody. This gentleman here has been called many things, a songwriter, a singer, all that good stuff, but I call him a bandmate and a very dear friend, and he's gonna blow y'all away with his performance he got here. I already know what's gonna happen, so y'all sit back and enjoy. Look out for Mr. J. Kid.
Thank you. I want everybody to clap their hands tonight. People all over the world, rise and join hands and rise to start a love train, a love train. People all over the world, rise and join hands and rise to start a love train, a love train. The next stop that we make will be England. Tell all the folks in Russia and China too. Well. Don't you know it's time to get on board and let this train keep on riding on through. Yeah. People all over the world ride to join hands and ride to start a love train, a love train. People all over the world ride on the board and ride that love train. All your brothers, tell them over there in Africa. Yeah, Egypt and Israel too. Oh yeah. Don't miss this train at the station. 'Cause if you miss it, girl, I feel sorry for everybody jumping on sing a song, y'all. People all over the world, ride and join hands and ride to start a love train all over the world, ride and join. ride this love train. Let it ride, let it ride. You better let it ride, let it ride. Oh, people all over the world ride and join hands. Come on, yeah, a love train. People all over the world rise and join hands and ride to start a love train, a love train. All aboard now, ride, 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 ride. Come on, yeah, but don't you wanna ride this love train? Come on,